I'm Dave.
I'm Kay.
And we are the owners of DKTCG Cave. And we are just a few hours away from the upcoming year of 2025. And we're going to talk today about our upcoming business goals, some of our personal goals, and just overall what the market's going to look like. So sit back, relax, and
enjoy the fire. To start this conversation off, let's start by talking about our business goals for 2025.
All right. So just a little background. We have been selling on eBay for the past 3 years at least. And now we are going to switch platforms and go over to a live selling platform called Whatnot and start from zero. And this is going to be on January 3rd at 6 p.m. Central Time.
Our very first stream.
Our very first stream. And we're trying to advertise it. Anyway, one of our business goals is to keep going in our upward trajectory and make a yearly sale of $100,000. We've never made $100,000 in sales yet. We've made 40 to 60 to 80, so we're on that trajectory. And even though we're starting over, we're still shooting for that upward trajectory of hitting 100,000.
It's a big goal, but you have to go big.
Yes,
you know?
And you have to be realistic about it too. For example, if you know what you have to hit, you have to strategize a plan on how to make that money. Like, we're going to stream 4 times a week for the whole year at least, and we would have to make around $480 per stream in order to make $100,000 in sales. So that seems achievable, and that's our plan going forward. So if you're starting a business, make sure you have an achievable goal. That's something that's realistic with what you have to work with. Just talking about goals in general, what are some of your personal goals for the business?
My major personal goal for the business is being consistent with making content. I already have 2 segments that I want to continue with and start, first of all. One of them would be talking more about grading and going over what to look for when you're grading a card, you know, all that, you know. And then the other one would be going through my binder collection, inputting it into TCG Player, and just seeing where everything falls on the market.
That's a great goal.
Yeah. How about you?
I want to start a vintage segment. I feel like there's not enough content creators and people just talking about vintage and just trying to pass down that knowledge. I feel like there needs to be that stewardship of it. Even though I don't know, trust me, I don't know everything, but I feel like I have a little bit to offer. So I want to kind of start learning more and then making videos about what I've learned and the stuff that I already know, and just kind of really, you know, hone in on pushing more vintage market stuff.
Yeah, I think you're going to be excellent at it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm super excited for it.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes. And anytime we set a goal, we make sure we
stay consistent.
We got to stay consistent.
Yes. And not to cut you off, but speaking of vintage, how do you think vintage is going to do in 2025 with the modern market and all of these sets coming out?
That's a great question. So just for anyone listening out there, we've been getting a lot more vintage sales lately, and at high asking prices too. So we've been seeing an increase in vintage sales lately. Just personal experience, the market has been going up on them. I don't think they're going to go up too much because there's just going to be so much money flooding into the new sets, like the Team Rocket set, Prismatic Evolution, Battle Partners.
Yeah.
Battle Partners looks good. I like it.
I know. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, there's just so many good upcoming sets, and I just think that a lot of the money is going to be flowing into there because there's a lot of modern collectors. So I think it'll be a great time to pick vintage up, and I think it'll be a great time to build a little community and talk about vintage. And
Absolutely.
some you know, key cards to look out for.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Totally. Yeah. You have a lot to give, and I can't wait to see what it turns into.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Do you have any vintage cards on your radar? Since we're talking about vintage.
Okay. I want to start really collecting artist autograph of vintage cards. I think it's going to be very special down the line, and they're going to hold a very high premium, especially cards that are in good grade with an autograph. So that's something I really want to start incorporating into my collection.
Yeah.
But what about you? Do you have any goals of like cards that you have on your hit list for 2025?
There are 2 cards specifically that I have on my radar. I don't know if I'm going to get them in 2025, but I sure hope I do. And it would be from the 2016 Radiant Collection, the Generations Radiant Collection. And it's the Mega Gardevoir and then the Gardevoir EX Full Art.
Oh, the full art where you have the 3
Yes.
in at the same time. Yeah, that's a cool one. I like that. So speaking of, why Gardevoir? Why?
It was back to when we used to play. Like,
yeah, we did. you had a fairy deck, and that was one of your main cards.
And Gardevoir was always like my main bee.
Your main bee, yeah.
I loved making decks around Gardevoir.
Yeah.
They merged everything over to like Psychic.
Yeah,
Psychic Pokemon.
yeah, because just it
was just
the
getting
TCG
it was too much.
aspect
Yeah,
of
it was too much. Yeah.
They have to find balance.
Yeah.
And I get it.
How do you think the market is going to be with the upcoming sets and booster boxes?
Oh, okay. For the past like 2-3 years, the old chart history is going to be completely gone. The days of $100 booster boxes, I believe, are over. I think boxes will start coming out at $125, $130. I wouldn't even be surprised, but there's going to be a lot of people that get upset. There's going to be a lot of people that get their feelings hurt because a lot of pre-orders are getting canceled. It's happening now. People are going to run to the stores, clear out the shelves. So there's going to be a lot of upset people, and it is understandable. Going forward, I think everything's going to be a lot higher, and it's just going to be the new norm. It's the market regulating itself. Yeah, the old chart system of getting a booster box at $100 and it going up to $125, $130, and then jumping to $160, like those trends are over. And I'm excited to see what the next couple of years are going to look like. Pieces of advice: get into some Discords. We're going to start our own. Get into some Discords. Fireworks is starting already. Happy New Year!
4:42 p.m. It's starting.
Get into some Discords and look for some ones that provide information of when things drop. If you have tried to pre-order Prismatic Evolution, you already know what I'm talking about. You go on the website, and next thing you know, you refresh it, and it's out of stock.
Yeah.
Also, with crypto and a lot of people, pulling out and then reinvesting their money into other tangible assets like this, I think that money is going to flood into Pokemon for sure. For sure. So that's how I feel the market's going to go for 2025. This is what's going to happen. There's going to be the people that are going to say, why are we paying these prices? It happens all the time. Why are we paying these prices? If we just don't pay them, then the prices will go down.
People want their hands on it.
People are ready to pay. Okay, just because they are doesn't mean that it's overpriced. Just letting y'all know that now.
So to end this off, do you have any advice for collectors going into 2025?
Yeah, one of the main things, please try to be patient. People are going crazy right now over Prismatic Evolution, and it's not even out yet. So patience is something that I hope you could try to learn going forward. And it's not an easy thing to acquire. So try to be patient, wait for the set to come out for at least a month. I usually don't buy singles from a new set until 30 days after, unless it's super, super liquid and I get it at a good price and I can flip it, at a show or anything like that. But other than that, don't buy cards as soon as the set comes out. Wait a little bit, be patient. I promise you, if you want it that bad, try to implement a 7-day rule. Right? If you're willing to pay this much money on a card, or if you really want something really bad and you're about to spend a lot of money on it, wait 7 days. And if you feel that same way, then buy it. But after 7 days, if you don't have that same passion or that same I need it, then
that's our rule.
It's a rule, and a lot of the times you really find yourself after 7 days kind of like taking a seat back and looking at it like, okay, I've evaluated and I definitely want it, or by that time you've moved on. So try to implement the 7-day rule if you're making a big purchase.
Absolutely.
For your collection.
That's good advice.
Thank you.
Totally.
Thank you. So I think we'll end it off there for the new year. I want to wish everybody a healthy, a wealthy, prosperous 2025. May the pools be with you. You know, good luck on everyone's collecting journey. Super excited for 2025. Remember, we're starting Whatnot.
January 3rd.
January, sorry.
January 3rd.
Dyslexia is crazy. January 3rd at 6 p.m. Central Time. So tune in, say hi. You don't have to buy anything. And we'd love to.
We just can't wait to see you guys in the new year.
Yeah. So, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Woo!